Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new project video. In this video, we'll be building a pixel perfect clone of the Vercel landing page, something you won't find anywhere else on YouTube right now. We'll recreate the Vercel landing page step by step, covering every section, the navbar, hero section, features with hover effects, and much more. For this video, we'll be using the latest version of Tailwind CSS along with React and TypeScript. So you also pick a lot of practical Tailwind tips along the way. We'll also be using several assets for this Vercel landing page clone. You can download all of them from the link provided below. And we won't stop there. We'll deploy this landing page on Vercel, so you will have a link ready to showcase on your portfolio or resume. By the way, if you like to work on more projects like this, check out frontendlab.io. You can sign up for free and get access to front-end projects, full-stack projects with starter code, guide, Figma designs, and much more. And you also have community support. So if you get stuck, you'll find plenty of other developers building alongside you. So join in now. Now let's dive in. I am on the Vercel.com landing page. So first, let's walk through the landing page. So first, we have this navbar section in which we have these items, resources, enterprise, docs, pricing. We have this logo in left. Then in the right side, we have login button, contact button, and sign up button. Then we have this main hero section in which we have this couple of text and paragraph and these two buttons, start deploying and get a demo. We have this triangle icon also. Then this section, develop your favorite tools, launch globally instantly and keep pushing. After this, we have this feature section. So feature section consists of total 5 sections. So this is the first one. Then this observability, second one. Then this one, third section. Then this fourth one. And this finally the fifth section. Ready to deploy, start deploying, talk to an expert, explore enterprise. And in the last, we have this footer section in which there are products, resources, company, social, this all systems, normal status. We have this little Vercel icon. So first, we will start by creating this navbar. So let's open VS Code. So I have already created the folder FL Vercel landing page clone. So I will open the terminal. First, we will create the React app using Vite. So npm, the command is npm create Vite @latest . So let's select the framework React. We will be using TypeScript. So the boilerplate code is generated by the Vite. Now let's run these two commands. So this will install all the dependencies, and then after installing the dependency, it will spin up our server. So let's wait. This will take some time depending on the internet speed. So dependencies are installed and also the localhost is also running. So let's open this first. Yeah, so we have the Vite app, the logo, we have this little counter app where we can increase the count. Now let's clean up the code first. First I will go to source, then main.tsx. Here I will go to app and I will remove all this section, and we will return simply div Vercel landing page. Let's remove the state variable, all these imports. Then let's go to app.css, and here I will select all using command A and I will delete all the CSS. Okay, let's also remove this import and let's also delete this app.css. Let's go to index.css, and here also I will select all and I will delete everything. Let's write for body margin 0, padding 0, box sizing border box. Then let's go to assets and let's delete this folder also. Now let's see the output. Yeah, so Vercel landing page. Okay, first we have to create this navbar. So I will go to source, and here I will create new folder components, and here I will create new file navbar.tsx. Let's create the arrow function first, navbar. Let's return navbar and let's export it, default navbar. Now go to app.tsx, and here we will import this navbar. So navbar, let's see. So we have this navbar. So first let's install the font family. So I will go to index.css, and here we have to import the font family. So I will go to Google Chrome and I will search gist font Google. So let's click the first link. From here we will install the regular one. Let's click this get font button, get embed code, and we will copy this import. I will paste this import in index.css, and let's give the font family. So font family will be this one, gist. Yeah, now let's see the output. So we have this new font family now. So first we need some assets, like we will be using lots of assets in our landing page. So in public, I will delete this public folder, and then here I will paste one public folder. In this public folder, all our assets are included, like analytics, arrow right, like there are a bunch of assets that we are going to use. We have also the social icons, in which it consists of social platform like GitHub, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, etc. You can download all the assets from the link given in the description below. So let's close this public folder, and then in the source I will paste one more folder, which is constants.ts. So these are all the constants that we are going to use in our app. For example, this is for navbar items. So if I go here, so products, solutions, resources, enterprise, docs, pricing. So this is the array of string that we will be looping through. Then this products, resources, companies, socials is for the footer. Like for this, like we will not be hard coding in the code, like we will be using these arrays for creating this footer section. And then finally we have this Vercel icon link. So I will copy this Vercel icon link. I will take one image. I will give the source as Vercel icon link, and it will be imported from the constants file. Let's give the height 18 pixel, width 90 pixel. Let's see. Yeah, so we have this Vercel icon. Okay, let's wrap this image in a div. Now I will take one UL. Let's give the class as flex. So here I will take the navbar items from constants. So if I go to navbar items, so this is the array that we are accessing. Then we will do dot map. We will get each item in the iteration, and we will be returning the li. Okay, and we will give the item here. Let's take the index, and then key will be index. Okay, now let's see the output. Okay, so we have these product, solutions, resources, enterprise, docs, pricing. Okay, now let's give the CSS for li. So I will use the class name property. So we have to give the color first. So if you see in the Vercel landing page, if I inspect it and highlight this, the color is like the hex code is hashtag, and we have 6x6. So this color is like widely used in our Vercel landing page. So we will be creating a theme for these colors that we will be reusing in our code base. So we don't have to hard code this hex code every time we need this color. Now let's install Tailwind CSS in Vite. So let's go to Google Chrome and search Tailwind CSS Vite npm. So go to first link. So we have already created the project. Let's copy this command, open terminal, let's paste this command. So this will install Tailwind CSS and Tailwind CSS / Vite library. Okay, now next step is go to vite.config.ts. Here we have to include the Tailwind CSS plugin. So let's copy that and let's include it. Let's also import it from Vite, Tailwind CSS / Vite. Now next is import Tailwind CSS in your CSS file. So I will go to index.css and I will import the Tailwind CSS here. Here if you notice, like I have already added the theme that we are going to use and other CSS properties. Now npm run dev. Okay, so let's restart the terminal. So I will do Control C, npm run dev. Okay, now let's try for navbar. In class name, let's give text red. Yeah, the CSS is getting applied. Okay, now let's go to index.css. Here I have already added the theme that we are going to use. For example, this dove color, this code gray color, this gallery color. Then I have added this selection property. So what it does, if you go to vercel.com, then you can see if I select any text, then the background is black and the text color is white, similar to white. If I select this, then this has the same behavior. So we want this in our landing page also. So using this code, if anything gets selected on the web page, then the background color will be this one and the color will be white. So if I go here and if I select this, so you notice like it is the same like Vercel landing page. Then we have this body in which we have the font family. I have given the max width 100, viewport, max height 100%, margin 0, padding 0, and we have this background color. Then I have some utility class for hero gradient, triangle rainbow, code line, triangle gradient, text shadow, code shadow, and others also that we are going to use when required. You can find the link in the description to access all the CSS file. Now let's go back to navbar.tsx and let's remove this text. Here I will give the text as text dove gray, then text size, font size will be text sm, then I will give some padding top bottom, then padding left and right 3, cursor will be pointer, transition. So we will have some effect when highlighting this, when like selecting this item, there will be some transition. Then duration for the transition is 200 ms. Then we will have some ease in. Let's copy this key and let's put it forward. So I will put it here. Okay, let's see the output. Yeah, so we have the color, padding, cursor, pointer. Okay, now let's for UL let's add the class flex. So all this li is in order like side by side, and we have this cursor also. Okay, now if I go to vercel.com, if you see, if I select any item, then the background is different and we have some corner radius also. So we have to give the same. So I will go here, I will apply class. So whenever user hovers, then I will give the text color as code gray, then again hover, and background will be gallery, and rounded will be custom class. So the radius will be 9999, 4 times 9 pixel. Okay, now let's see the output. So you can see if I hover, we have the nice background and we also changing the text color similar to Vercel landing page. And if you notice like text code gray, bg gallery, all these are coming from index.css. So these properties, and we achieve this using this theme which is provided by Tailwind CSS. Okay, now if you notice, we have also this rounded dash 4 times 9 pixel. If we want some class that is not available in Tailwind, then we can provide custom values as well. So if I go to Chrome and if I inspect this one, so you can see we have this border radius 4 times 9 pixels. So we can dynamically add class using this syntax, like we can use square bracket and whatever value we have to provide, we can give that value. Now let's add some class here also. So flex, and then I will give some gap. So gap will be 8, so means 32 pixel. So let's see. So we have some gap here. Now let's convert this div into a header, because basically it is a header only. So we will use this header tag to denote it, and let's give some class flex, justify between, some padding 9 pixel, not 9 pixel, it is 36 pixel. The class is px-9, then padding top let's give some padding top 4, which is 16 pixel, items center, and let's give the width 100%. Okay, now let's see. So we have this header and this is the class we are applying. So the reason I have given justify between is because when we will take this button, so this part and this part should be, this should be in extreme left and it should be in the extreme right. So that's why I have given justify between. Then we have padding, the items should be in center vertically, and then width should be 100%. Okay, now let's create the buttons. So I will take one div button login. Let's copy this button. Text will be contact, then sign up. So let's see. So you can see we have this login, contact, and sign up, and with the help of justify between, like we have the distance. So if you see, if I remove this, then this comes in the extreme left. So we want this to be in extreme right. So we have this login, contact, and sign up. Now let's give some CSS here. So first I will give CSS to the div flex. It should be flex, and let's give some gap. And also if you see, whenever I type some Tailwind classes, it give me suggestions like this autocomplete. So I am using one extension. So if I go here in the extension tab and search for Tailwind IntelliSense, then you can see this is the extension that I am using. So you can also install this in your VS Code to have autocomplete when writing Tailwind CSS. Now let's give CSS to button. So this will be padding 1.5. then padding X will be 3, background color will be white, text will be small, which is 14 pixel, font weight will be medium, which is 500, rounded, we want some border radius medium, so this will be 6 pixel, border, then border color, so we want some custom color here. I will write border color will be 000014 hex code, then finally cursor pointer. Let's see the login button. So we have the same login button as Vercel. So you can see, we will give the hover effect later, but we have the same login button as Vercel. Now let's copy this class and let's paste for sign up also. So this is the same design we want for sign up as well. So you can see for Vercel everything is same, only the background color is different. So I will give the background color. Background color will be VG code gray, and then text color. So we want text color white. Now it is looking nice. Now let's give the hover effect. So for login, I will write hover, and whenever user hovers, then we will change the background color. So the background color will be F2, F2, F2. And for sign up button, the background color will be on hover, the background color will be 383838. Let's see. Yeah, we have the hover effect same as Vercel. So you can see login and our login. Let's close this, and for sign up as well. Now let's give some classes for contact button as well. So you can see, so we have same as login button. So I will go here, write class name. So I will copy this class name and paste it here for contact. So let's see, login, contact, then sign up. So we have created this nav bar with logos, the nav bar items, which is looking very nice. Like we have the hover effect, we have the background, we have the corner radius, and login button, contact button, and sign up. So now let's create the hero section. So in components, I will create a new file, hero section.tsx. Let's create the function hero section. It will be an arrow function. Let's return one div hero section, export default hero section. Now let's import this hero section in app.tsx. So I will write hero section. Let's import it. Now first let's see the hero section. So I'm on vercel.com. So first we have this text build and deploy on the AI cloud. Then we have this paragraph. Then we have these two buttons, start deploying, get a demo. We have this gradient. Then we have this gradient Vercel icon. And then we will include this section also in hero section. So in hero section component itself, it has a simple text developed with your favorite tools. We have this icon, svg icon, launch globally instantly, then this web icon, keep pushing text, and then we have this fork icon. So let's start. So in hero section, let's go to hero section. So first I will give some class name in the parent div. So if you notice, the Vercel landing page has a max width. Let's focus on this line. So you can see, so from top to bottom, entire landing page have a max width. So for each section, the width is same. So we have this space here, we have this space here, and we have this max width for each section, including footer as well. So we will give the max width will be 1080 pixel. Let's give the position as relative, flex column, justify center. Let's give some margin. So margin will be 32 pixel. Okay, let's take one more div. Here we will take the h1 and text will be build and deploy on the AI cloud. So I will copy and paste it here. So for this div, let's give some class, flex column, padding top 36, gap will be 8 pixel. So gap means between this, like this build and this paragraph. So we have this gap. Then we want border top, border right, border left, then border color will be gallery. Then let's take the p tag, text will be this. Let's give the class name, text center, it will be in center, text color will be dove gray, font size will be 20 pixel, and text balance. Let's see. Okay, we have this text, then this paragraph also, and we have this border as well. So you can see border top, we have the border left, and we have the border right. The reason I have not given border bottom, because so you can see we don't have the border bottom. Now this should be in center. So I will go back to app component, and here we will give class will be flex, and then flex column, justify center, item center. So now this is in center, like this container is in the center of the web page. Okay, we want this to be in center as well. So I will go to hero section. Let's give some class here as for h1. So the size will be 5XL, font size. Let's give some tracking. So tracking means letter spacing, and it will be minus 2.4 pixel, like according to the Vercel landing page. Font weight will be semi bold, color will be text code gray, text center, and white space no wrap. Let's see. So we have this build and deploy on the AI cloud in the center, and we have the fade, text color, and whatever classes we have given till now. Okay, now we have created this border with these two paragraph. Now let's create this button, start deploying and get a demo. Before that, first let's change this title. So we will give the title Vercel build and deploy the best web experiences with the AI cloud. So let's copy the title from here only. So I will search for build and deploy. Okay, so we have this title. Let's copy this, and I will go to index.html and let's change this title. Let's see. So we have the same title as Vercel landing page. Now let's create the buttons. So I will take one div here. I will take two buttons. First text will be start deploying. Let's close this. Start deploying. Then get a demo. So get a demo. Okay, so D is capital, so let's make it capital. Okay, start deploying, get a demo. Let's give some class for div. Class name flex, gap will be 4, which is 1 rem, 16 pixel, and justify center. Let's give class for button, class name. So this has bunch of classes. First it will be flex, because we have icon as well. So you can see we have this icon. We will wrap this in a flex container. Flex items center, rounded will be 100 pixel, background will be code gray, text color will be white, font size will be base, so text base, which is 1 rem, font medium, gap will be 1.5, which is 6 pixel between the icon and button text. Then let's take some padding. So padding Y will be 3 and padding X will be 4. Cursor pointer, border. First let's give the border color will be transparent, and whenever we hover the button we will change the background color to 383838. Now let's change the border color. Border color will be gallery. Okay, now let's see. So we have this button. Whenever I hover we change the background color. So we have given lots of class here. So let's wrap this below. You will able to see these classes. Let's move this also here, so you will able to see the classes. Now let's take the image. So img and source will be /versalWhite.svg. so this is the icon in the public folder. So this is the icon versalWhite.svg. so now let's see the output. Yeah, we have this versalWhite logo, same as this one. So let's see the classes that we have given. So first we have this flex, because we have two items here, we want them to be side by side, then we want them in center vertically, then we have given the border radius, we have given the background color, the font color, font size 1 rem, font weight which is font medium which is 500, then gap which is 6 pixel, we have some padding which is cursor pointer, then we have given the border, then we have border transparent. So I think if I hover this, you can see the button is like shrinking like the border. So let's remove this border transparent. So if I hover now it is smooth. Okay, and whenever we hover we change the background color. So you can see first we have black, and when I hover we have the dark gray color. Now let's give the CSS to get a demo button. So class name, and we don't have logo for get a demo. So you can see we have only these styles, we don't have logo like start deploying. So this is same as this one. First I will copy this and I will paste it here. So this is same as start deploying. Now let's change the background color and text color. So background color will be white, text color will be code gray, and whenever we hover the background color will be this one, F2 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 hex code. Let's save this. Now let's see the output. Okay, so we have the border also, so let's remove that border. So we have this border here. Let's give border transparent. It will not be visible, and whenever we hover then it will be visible, because whenever hover like we are giving the border color border gallery, and before it will be transparent. Now if you notice, like this getter demo has a larger width, so let's give some padding here. So padding X will be, let's give custom 2.9 rem. Now let's see. Yeah, now we have big button. Now we want gap above this button start deploying and get a demo. You can see there is some space here, so let's give that. So in this div, like we have given the gap, but this div ends here after p tag. So I will remove this and I will place it here. Now let's see. So now we have some gap here. Okay, so I will enter here, so you can see the class names. Now we have created this first section like buttons and paragraph headings. Now let's create this gradient and this icon. So I will go back to VS Code. I will create one more div here. I will take one more div here. I will give the class name as triangle rainbow. So if I go to index.css, so I will give this class triangle rainbow. So you can find these files in the description below, where from the source code like you can copy this CSS. So I will copy this triangle rainbow and I will paste it here. Let's see the output. So we are not able to see anything. So first we have to give some class here. So display will be grid, width will be 100%, so width full, and height will be 350 pixel. Now let's see. Now we are able to see some gradient here. Let's also give the class hero gradient. So I will copy the class hero gradient from here. So we have this hero gradient class. in which we are adding a pseudo selector on before and we are giving the background. So let's copy this hero gradient, let's paste this here. Now we have some background on this before tag, but we are not able to see this text. So let's give z index. So here I will apply the z index as custom 999. Then for this I will give the z index as 2000. Now let's check. Now we are able to see this text and we are also able to see this gradient. Now let's take this icon as well. Div class name position will be absolute, inset will be 0, means top, bottom, left, right all will be 0, and bottom will be 64, which is 256 pixel. And then I will add that logo. Source will be /Vercel logo.svg. Let's give the class name. Height will be 100%, width will be 100%. So this logo, if I copy the path, so this is coming from public, this is the logo. So now let's see the output. Okay, so we have the logo, but the logo is coming like in between this button. So let's fix this. So before fixing this, first let's create this section. So this will be automatically fixed when we create this section, like this issue will get automatically fixed. So I will take one div here, then I will take one more div and I will take span inside this div, and text will be this one, develop with your favorite tool. So I will copy this, paste it here, and then we have image. So source will be /arrow right.svg. Let's see the output. You can see we have this icon and this text. So let's give some class for span. Class name flex item center, gap will be 2, which is 8 pixel. Let's give the class for this div as well. Flex gap will be 2, and for this div the class will be, we will give the height which is 270 pixel. Flex justify center, item center, border, and border color will be gallery. Now let's take one more span. Let's give the class name same as this one. So I will copy this and paste it here. Title will be keep pushing image. Source will be ./4.svg. Now let's see the output. Okay, so we have this develop with your favorite tools, keep pushing, and this icon. So same as this one, develop with your favorite tools, then keep pushing, and this icon, but we miss this launch globally instantly text. So let's also take this. So I will wrap this inside a div, and here I will take the span. First let's give the class name flex and gap will be 2, and here let's copy the text. Okay, and then this will be image source /globe icon.svg, and I will move this image after this instantly, and let's remove this keep pushing. Now let's see the output. Okay, develop with your favorite tools, then launch globally instantly. Okay, launch globally instantly, then keep pushing. Okay, but we have the alignment issue, let's fix that. So here I will remove this gap. I will set the height as 100%, item center, justify center, flex column, then we will give some letter spacing. So tracking, it will be -1.28 pixel, font size will be 32 pixel, font weight will be semi bold. Okay, let's add enter here so you can see the class. Now let's check it out. So we have the bigger font size, but this icon is still have alignment issue. So let's go back. So I will add class name here, flex item center, gap will be 8 pixel. Now let's check. Yeah, now it is looking good on the same line, launch globally instantly, keep pushing. So this is same as this text, develop with your favorite tools. Then we have this terminal icon. Let's check, develop with your favorite tools, we have this terminal icon. then launch globally instantly, then keep pushing, and we have this fork icon. So this is looking exactly like this section, and you can see this is also looking nice. Like we have this gradient, we have this icon in the middle, and all these buttons as well. So finally we have created the hero section, same as Vercel.com. Now let's create the feature section. So if I go to Vercel.com, you can see like from here we have feature section, and it consists of total 5 section. So you can see this is the first one, then this chart section second, then this is the third one, this fourth one with scale your enterprise without compromising security, then we have this final section. So there are total 5 section. So we will divide this in different section, and for each section we will create a component. So let's start. So I will go to VS Code, I will open this folder. So in components I will create a new folder, feature section. I will copy this, create new folder, and I will create new file, feature section.tsx. Let's create the arrow function. Let's export it. Here I will return one div feature section. Now let's call this component. So I will go to app.tsx, and here we will call this component. Let's import it, feature section. Let's see. So we have this feature section here. Now for each section I will create new component. So first section dot tsx. Let's create the component first section. Let's return one div. Let's copy this first section, the text will be first section. Let's export it. Okay, now we have to import this first section. So we will not import this in app.tsx, we will import this in this feature section.tsx component. So here I will paste this first section. Let's also import this. Okay, so in this file, in feature section component, we will define all our 5 section. Now let's go to first section. Let's close other tabs. Now I will cut this div and I will take one section tag because it is a section. Let's give the class name. Width will be full, means 100%, and then flex. Now I will take one more div. First let's see the content. So you can see we have this icon, then git connected deploys, we have this text here, then again we have this container which consists of all this text, enumerating objects, counting objects, and so on. And then finally we have this container with what will you ship, this triangle icon. This has like browser like style. We have these nice little circles, red, blue. Then we have this Vercel.com with the lock icon, and you can see we have 2 sections. In this section we have this first part and this second part, and here also like this one is same with different icon. Here we have this text, here also we have this text. The style is same, only the text is different. And then we have this container, swapped out the button for some variants we needed. We have this cursor with the username, then again we have some container with text, again we have this cursor. So first let's create this first section. So I will go to VS Code, and here let's create one more div, and here I will paste this SVG. So this is a terminal icon. So if I see the output, you can notice like we have this little terminal icon here. You can find all these SVGs in the description below. Then let's see what we have to do. We have to take this text. So git connected deploys. So let's copy it. I will go here. I will take one h2 and let's paste that text. And now let's give some class. So color will be text dove gray. So this will be text color, and size will be text base, not text base, text base. So 1 rem font size. Let's see. Okay, we have this git connected deploys text. Now we want to flex it, like we want this side by side horizontally. So now let's give some class to this div first. So class name, flex, item center, and gap 2. so we have some space between this element, and items center means it will be in center vertically. So now let's see. So let me first save the file. Okay, so we have this side by side and vertically center, and then we have some gap here. Now we have to create this text below git connected deploys. So let's go back here. I will take one more div. I will take the strong tag because we want that text in bold. So you can see we have this bold text. So I will copy it and paste it here. Let's give some class name. So text color will be code gray. Font weight will be semi bold. So you can see font semi bold means font weight which is 600. Now let's see. Okay, so we have this text in bold. Let's give some class name for this div. So color will be text dove gray. Size will be text 2XL which is 24 pixel font size. Font weight will be medium which is 500 font weight. Leading will be 8, leading dash 8. So this means line height will be 2 rem which is 32 pixel. Let's give some letter spacing. So tracking, and it will be a dynamic one. So I will give minus 96 pixel, not 96.96 means 0.96 pixel. So all this class is for this text, this deploy from git or your CLI. So let's copy it, and here I will take one p tag and paste it. Let's see. So we have this deploy from git or your CLI. Now we want some gap between this git connected and from localhost. So if you see on Vercel.com, we have these spaces between these two elements. So let's go back, and for this div, like this is the one div. Inside this parent div we have these two divs. So this one, first one and second one. So we will give class to this parent div. Before that I will hit enter here, so you can able to see all the classes that I am applying. And let's also close this folder. Now we'll do class name, flex, display will be flex, flex direction will be column. So you can see flex direction column. Gap will be 12 which is 48 pixel, 3 rem. So by default Tailwind give the units value in rem, and it also added some comment like it will be 3 rem which is equal to 48 pixel. Then I will give flex 1, padding will be 12 which is 48 pixel, border right, and border color will be gallery. So the reason I am giving flex 1 is because, so you can see we have this container and we will also create the second container. So both containers should have equal width. So I will give flex 1 to this container also and to this container also. So this will be 50-50%. We have also added border right and border gallery. So this border, this gray one. So you can see we have the border in between these two elements. And finally we have the padding from top, bottom, left, right which is 48 pixel. So you can see we have this padding. Now we have created this one and this one. Now we have to create these two cards. So let's go back here. I will take one more div here, and this div should inside this one. So this is the parent div for the first section. First section means this entire first part. So I will move this div inside this one. So this will be inside this parent one. And now let's take one more div here. So we want this to be in separate div, this should be in separate div, and these both divs should be in one parent div. So I will move this one svg, let's close this, and h2 in this div, and let's give some class name. So this will be same. I will cut this from here, paste it here, and for this one, like let's move this from here and let's paste it here. So this div should contain this one, these headings, and then the second one. And let's give class name here. So this will be flex, gap will be 4 which is 16 pixel, flex direction will be column. Now let's see the output. Okay, we have this one and this one, and we want this whole section to be in start, like we want to be in starting from this end. So I will give the class as self start, which is align self flex start. Let's see. Okay, so this is not working. Let's go back. the reason it is not coming in start, let's see. So if I inspect it, so you can see the width for this section is this much, like I have highlighted it. Now we want this width to be like from here till this border, so we want the 100% of it, so that's why it is not coming. So if I give width like let's say 1024 pixel, then you can notice like this is coming from the start. So let's give width to the feature section component, so where this first section is called. So I will go here, I will give class name, max width will be 1024 pixel, not 1024, it will be 1080 pixel. This is the max width, like this can't go beyond 1080 pixel, and width will be full, so width is 100%. Let's give some margin bottom which is 16, means 64 pixel. Let's give border, and border color will be gallery. Let's see now. So you can see now it is coming from the start, and we have this nice border also. And then if you notice, we have this also, like this part. We have this container which has top and bottom border, so we have to also take this section. So let's go back, go to first section. So I will go to hero section, and in the end I will take one div. I will give the height 4, which is 16 pixel. Then I will give the border left, border right, border color will be gallery. Yeah, that's it. Let's see. So we have this container with the border left and right. I have not given the border top and bottom because this hero section already have bottom border, and this feature section have already have top bottom. So if I give it for this section also, then it will be like doubled. So if I cut this part, let's say border right and border left, then you can see like we have double border. Like you can see the width of the border is double, but we want single border only. So I will command Z it, border left, right. Now let's go to feature section. Now we have to create this one, like this container, this text and this one. So let's go back. I have already taken this div here. First let's give classes. So width will be 100%, select will be none. This means user can't select the text in this container. So if I go back and go to Vercel.com, you can see I am not able to select it. But if I inspect it, so if I give user select all, then you can see I am able to select the text. But we don't want the user to select this text as Vercel.com. So that's why I am giving user select none. Display will be flex and direction will be column. Then I will take one more div. Let's add class name, border color will be this hex code. Padding will be 3, which is 12 pixel from top, right, bottom, left. Rounded corners, which is XL, so which is 12 pixel, 0.75 rem. And let's give the max width. So max width will be 340 pixel. Now let's take one more div here. Let's add class name. So it will be flex. Gap will be 1.5. So here we are creating this card. So you can see it has 3 circles. It has some width. It has some text. So let's go back. I will take 3 divs here. So div multiply by 3, and let's give class name here. So background color will be this one. I will copy this hex code and paste it here. Height will be 8 pixel, width will be 8 pixel, and then rounded full. And let's give the same class name for this as well. Let's see. So you can see we have these 3 circles with this card. So if I inspect it, so you can see we have created this container with width full, select is none, display is flex, and then flex column. Then we have created this container which has max width 340 pixel. So if I cut this max width, you can see it has like it is taking 100% width. That's why I'm giving the max width as 340 pixel. Then we have the rounded border radius, padding, borders, border color, and then we have this container which contains these 3 circles, and I have given the flex, the gap, and some margin bottom. So you can see for each circle we have some space between, and finally we have this each circles here with height 2, which is I think 8 pixel, border radius is full, which is 50%, and background color. Let's go back. Now outside this div I will take one more div. Now we will create this section, enumerating objects, counting objects. So we will create all this text. So let's go back. First let's give the class name. So it will be flex, direction will be column, gap will be 1, which is 4 pixel. Then I will take one more div, class name. Let's give the text color, which will be a hex code. So this one 171717. Let's cut this hex code. We have a class for this, code gray. Text size will be 0.75 rem. Then line height leading 4, which is 1 rem, 16 pixel. Now let's take one span here, and here let's go to versal.com. Let's copy this text. Okay, we can't copy it. Let's inspect it. Let's copy this text. Let's paste it here. Now we have git push. So outside this span I will write git push, and here I will take one more div for this enumerating objects. So let's go here, let's copy this text, let's paste it here. Now let's give some classes. So class name, text will be code gray, size will be the same. So I will copy this class here, let's paste it here. Now let's see the output. Okay, so we have this versal side git push, enumerating objects, 1 done. Same like this one. Let's go back, let's copy this div, let's paste it. Let's go to versal.com. Let's copy this text, counting objects, let's paste it here. Let's do this, I think 1 2 3. So let's do this 3 more times. So I will copy this. Now copy the text, let's replace it here. Let's copy the another text, let's replace here. And I think there is another as well. Yeah, this one. So let's copy it, let's replace it here. Let's see how it is looking. Yeah, it is looking nice. Now I will add one more class here, code line. So if I copy this and go to index.css and search for code line, so it is adding gradient, linear gradient. Now let's copy this class and let's add it to all other divs as well. So if I go to versal.com, so you can see we have this little gradient here. So we are doing the same with the help of this class. Currently it is not visible, but as we complete this section you will able to see the gradient. Now we have to create this section. So this one, let me close this part. We have to create this section, what will you ship, with this icon, and we have some circles, lock icon, versal.com text. So let's create this section now. So let's go here below this div. So this div is this one. We have that first card. So after this I will create one more div here. Let's give the class name. So background will be white, then rounded will be XL, so which is 12 pixel border radius. Let's give the height, which is 180 pixel. We will also give the margin top, which is minus 29 pixel. So you can see I'm writing like this. So whenever we add minus before the class name, it will treat as a negative value. So if I hover it, you can see the value is minus 29 pixel. So this class. Let's give the padding top 2, which is 8 pixel. Overflow hidden. Padding will be 3, which is from all side 12 pixel. Self end, which is align self starting from end, and let's also give the Z index, which is 10. Now let's go to this div. Let's take one more div. Let's add class name flex, item center, margin bottom 3, which is 12 pixel, and position relative. Then take one more div, and inside this div we will take 3 divs. Let's give the class name flex gap 1.5, and for this class name we will give the width 2, which is 8 pixel, height same 8 pixel. Background will be this hex code hashtag. First let's see the output. So you can see we are getting this div here. Okay, let's go back. Let's give the rounded full, and we have to do the same thing for these 2 divs as well. So I will copy this class name. Let's do class name, let's paste it. Let's do class name, paste it. I will change the color for it. For this one 00E3C4. So Let's see. So you can see we have some color here, same as Versal.com. Currently it is coming here. We want this div to be below to this div. So if I inspect here, you can see currently this container has a full width, but as you know, we have two sections here. First one is this one and then this one. So for now I will take one more div here. So let's close this one. I will take one more div and I will add the class name flex1. So this will take 50% of the width. So now let's go back. So you can see now it is coming here. Now let's add more CSS. As you can see, we have the icon, we have this text, triangle icon as well. So let's go back and I will open this one. Let's go below. After this div, I will take one more div and here I will take that image. Source will be /lock.svg. So this is the icon we are using. If I go here, so you can see we have this little lock icon. Let's see the output. You can see it is coming here. Now we have the text Versal.com. So let's go back. I will take one div here and I will write Versal.com. Let's add classes. Text color will be this one, hashtag 6x6. Text size will be 0.75 rem. Let's see. We have this Versal.com text, but it is coming like we want this to be in side by side, this icon and this Versal.com. So let's add some classes. So we will add the class in this div. Let's add flex. So this will make the icon and text side by side. Let's make it vertically center, which is item center. Let's add some gap, which is 4 pixel. Now let's see. So now it is coming side by side and we have some gap also. Now first let's add this one, this section, what will you ship and icon. So this will make the container width bigger. Currently it is small because we have only this much content. So let's add that image first. So I will go outside this div, so this one, and I will take one div here. So this div is this one, like we have the 3 circles and image, and outside this div I will take one more div. Let's add class. Position will be relative and I will take one span and I will write what will you ship. Now let's check. Okay, we have this text here. Let's add some classes. So this will have some bunch of classes. So first we will have text shadow. So this class is coming from index.css. So if I search here, we are adding shadow effect to this text. You will find this file in the description below. Like we have the link there. You can download the file from the link itself. Position will be absolute. From top it will be 16%. Left will be 15%, not 15%, let's do 5%. Font will be semi bold. Text will be 4XL, which is 2.25 rem, 30 pixel. Let's give the line height. So leading 0.83 and then letter spacing, tracking, it will be also 0.075 rem negative. So I will add negative sign here. Now let's see. Okay, so this is coming like this. Let's change the text color. Text color will be text white. Now let's see. Okay, so now it is coming like Versal. So if I go back, what will you ship? It is same as Versal. Now let's take this image. So I will hit enter here so you can see all the classes properly. So I will go to source and in source I will paste one folder which is icons. And it contains this triangle icon, which is a SVG. You can find this icon in the description below. So I will close this. Let's close this also. And I will write triangle icon. It is coming from this file. Let's see. Yeah, now it is coming this triangle icon, and also the width is bigger because this SVG has bigger width and height. But this is not coming in same line as Versal. So let's fix this. So I will remove this rem. It will be 0.07 em. Now let's see. Yeah, now it is coming in single line. Okay. Now let's also fix this. This lock icon and Versal.com text should be in center. So let's go back. So Versal.com is inside this div. So I will add some classes here. First I will make the position absolute. Then I will give the top as 1/2, which is 50% from top, 50% from left. Transform, translate, x 1 by 2 translate y dash 1 by 2. Now let's see. So this is in center. Now let's see what is the meaning of these classes that we have given here. So if I go to index.css and I will paste one class here. So this is the same as this one. So I will copy this part. So this is the same, like we have position absolute. Okay, so this one belongs to this CSS class. Top 1 by 2 means top 50%, left 1 by 2 left 50%, and this transform and translate x 1 by 2 y 1 by 2 which belongs to this transform. So this is the same, just that we have given these classes using Tailwind, and this is the traditional way of giving the properties on the element. So this makes the element in the center of the div. So let's cut these classes. Let's go back. So we have created this first section. So if I go to Vercel.com, we have created this first section. Now let's create this second part. So I will go to VS Code. So this is the div that we have to create in. First I will give padding, so 12, same as previous div. Flex column, gap will be 48 pixel. So this is the same as this div. So if I close this one, so this is the same as this div. You can see flex column, padding 12. Here we have the border, right, which is not required in this div. And then we also have gap, which is 12, same, flex 1, same, and padding. Let's take one more div. Inside this div I will take one more div, and here I will paste this SVG. So if I go to Chrome, so you can see we have this message SVG. So this one, this part. Let's add class name here. Flex items will be center vertically, gap will be 8 pixel. Now let's add class here. Flex gap will be 4, flex column, self start. Now I will take one h2 here. So this h2 is this one, collaborative pre-production. So I will copy it and paste it here. Let's give the class. Text color will be dove gray. Font size will be base, which is 1 rem. Let's check. Yeah, so we have this text here and this little message icon. And you can see I have wrapped this h2 and svg inside this div. And this is flex item center and gap too. So that's why this is coming side by side. We have this gap and this is vertically in center inside this div container. And I have wrapped this div inside this div, because if I go to Vercel.com, you can see the div, this div belongs to this entire section. So we will take this text as well, and you can see we have some gap here, and that's the gap 4, which is I am giving. And flex direction is column, so this will come at the top and this will be beside collaborative pre-production. So now let's go back, and here I will take one more div. I will take the strong tag, because you can see this is in bold. So I will copy this, paste it here. So same as the first section. So you can see we have this one. So I will copy this class name from here and paste it here. Let's check. Okay, so this is coming. Now we have to increase the font size also. So I will give the class name here. Let's copy it from there only. So this same part. So I will copy this and I will paste it here. So we are giving the font color, font size, font weight, line height, and letter spacing. I will also add one more property, text balance. It will be text wrap, which is balance. Now I will take one p tag. We'll go back to Vercel.com and we want this part. So I will copy this one and paste it here. Now let's see. Okay, so this is coming on the next line, but we want this on same line with every deploy is remarkable. So I will give the class name here as inline. So this means display will be inline. Let's see. Yeah, now it is coming fine, but we want some space here. So after remarkable, I will add some space. Yeah, now it is coming. Let's see. We have also dot here, so I will add dot as well. Yeah, fine. Now we have created this section. Let's go back. Now we want to create this part. So let's go back, and after this div, so this one, I will hit enter. I will take one more div. I will take one more div here, and let's see what the title is. So title is swapped out. Okay, so let's write it down. Swapped out the. Okay, swapped out the, and then we have this button title. So let's take the code tag and I will write button. Let's check the output. Swapped out the button. Okay, we have some space here, so let's add class name for the code button. So the text size will be 13 pixel. We will have some border radius rounded SM, which is 4 pixel border radius. Text color will be dove gray. Background will be gallery. Padding left, which will be 4 pixel. Padding right will be 4 pixel. Let's see. Okay, so it is coming fine. Let's also add the display property, which will be inline block. Now let's see. Okay, now we have some space here. Let's add this text as well. For some variants we needed, so I will inspect this part. Let's copy this. Here first I will write for, and then some variants we needed. Let's see. Okay, for some variants we needed, but if you notice, like after for, this text is on the next line. So what I will do, I will add span here. After for, I will add span and I will give the class name as block. Now let's check it out. Yeah, it is coming on the next line because we have added a span and we have given the display as block. So this will come to the next line. So if I inspect it here, so you can see for, and after that on the next line we have this span, which is a block property. Now we have to give the background color and some shadow as well. You can see here we have some shadow and the background color. So let's give some class name to this div. So first I will add the code shadow class name. So if I copy this and go to index.css, so you can see I am adding this class name box shadow 022 pixel and this one. And the reason for I am not using Tailwind CSS for giving this box shadow, because currently custom box shadow is like not a very nice syntax. This is going to be used in many places. So if we have a custom class for this, then in the code it will be very easier for us to give box shadow to any element. For example, here we have this filter as well. So writing Tailwind CSS for this is also a very pain thing. So adding a custom class is much easier than giving a custom Tailwind CSS. Now let's go back. Let's add one more class, leading 5. So we are giving some line height 20 pixel, which is 1.25 rem. Then text size will be 14 pixel, which is text SM. Padding 3, which is 12 pixel from all 4 sides. Rounded XL, so which is a 12 pixel border radius. Then I will give BG clip padding. So this is a background clip padding box. Then text color will be code gray. Then I will add border and border color, this hex code, and background will be white. Okay, let me hit enter here so you can see all the classes. Let's see the output. Now it is looking good, but we have the width issue. So this div contains this one, like the code one. So I will add class name here, which will be width fit. So it will take the width as per the content of the container. So let's see. So you can see now the width is as per the content. If the content grows, then the size of the width will also grow. But if we don't have much content, then this will take the width according to the content. Now we have created this card. Now let's create this card as well. So I will go here, I will add one more div which is outside this div. Same, I will give the class name width will be fit, margin left will be auto, because we want this to be in left side, in extreme left side. So that's why I'm giving the margin left auto, so it will be automatically aligned in the left of the container. Position will be relative. The reason I am giving position relative, because in this div you can see we have this cursor and this text as well. So this container, if I inspect it here, let's see. So you can see this parent container contains this div which contains this cursor, then we have this text. So I am giving relative to this container, to this parent container. So we can give position to this cursor and this text as well. So we will give absolute position and this will take the top, left, bottom, right according to the parent container which I have given relative. So let's go back. Let's take one more div here. Let's copy this class name and I will paste it here because it is the same style we have to give to this div as well. And inside this div I will take one more div. I will take one image. Source will be cursor blue.svg. Let's give class name absolute. Left, from left it will be 9, so which is minus 36 pixel. Then top, from top it will be 0. Let's see. Yeah, so we have this cursor. Let's give some text here. So let's write here, how about this instead. Now let's see. Okay, we have this, but it is outside this container, but here you can see it is inside this. Let's go back. So I will move this inside this div, so which I have given the code shadow on all the classes that we have used previously. Let's save it. Let's see. Yeah, now this is inside this container. Now let's add the text, this text Pranathi. So let's go back. Let's take one div here. Let's give the classes. BG will be hashtag 48AEFF. Height will be 20 pixel. Text color will be FAFAFA. Hex code rounded MD. Border radius which is 6 pixel. Item center, so we will make this vertically center. Padding right will be 1 which is 4 pixel. Padding left will be 1 which is again 4 pixel. Font size will be 11 pixel. Let's write the text here. Let's copy the text. I will inspect it. Let's copy the text. Let's paste it here. Let's see. Okay, so this is overlapping, but before that I will add some more classes here. So font weight will be medium which is 500. Leading will be 4. Line height which is 1 rem 16 pixel. Flex I will give the position as absolute. From top it will be 4 which is 16 pixel, and from right I will give 4 which is again 16 pixel. Let's press enter here. So now it will be fixed. Yeah, so we have all the positions here. So if I inspect it, so now you understand why I given the parent container relative, because we are giving this as absolute and we want this div to take position according to his parent. So you can see here I have given from right it is 4 which is 1 rem. So if I cut this, you can see it is going towards the right, but we want some space here. Then from top it is 0. If I remove this position absolute, so you can see it is coming inside this div. Let me remove this. Now let's build this container, and then it has the same cursor and then this final part. So let's go back. So I will press enter here. I will take one more div. We will add the same classes. This one. Let's take one more div here. Again the same thing, so let's copy the class name. Let's write the text. Let's copy the text. I will inspect it here. Copy from here. Let's copy this text as well. Let's see how it is looking now. I like it. Does this work with the brand tweaks? So we have a new line after Vite. So you know what we have to do. So after Vite, I will take one span and I will give the class name as block. Now let's see. Yeah, it is coming fine on the next line. Now we have also this username. So let's copy this, and you can see this is inside strong. So I will also take the strong tag. So after this I will take the strong tag, paste the username. Let's give the class name. Text color will be text code gray. Font weight will be semi bold which is 600. Now let's see. it is looking fine now. We want this container to be in the left side. What we will do, we will give the margin right as auto. For this we have given margin left as auto, but we want this to be in left side. So I will give the margin mr auto. Let's see. Yeah, now it is coming in the left side. Now we have to create this cursor. So let's go back. So after strong tag, I will take one more div, and again it will be same like this one. So I will copy the class name, and here it will be from bottom, which will 4, and right, which will be 12. Let's take one more div here, and inside this div I will take one image. Source cursor red.svg. Let's see. Okay, we have this cursor red, but if you notice, for this blue one we have this white outline. So let's add the outline for both cursor. So you can see we don't have the outline for blue and red, so let's add the outline. So what I will do, I will give the class name cursor drop shadow. Let's see. So now you can see we have this white outline. Let's do the same for blue cursor as well. So I will go here, let's wrap this inside a div, and let's add the class name cursor drop shadow. Let's see. Yeah, now it has the white outline. Now let's add this text. Let's copy this div. The style will be same, only the text color will be different. Let's paste it here, and let's give the text color FC0135. Let's see. Okay, we have this text, but the positions are incorrect, so let's fix this. So from left it will be 1 rem. Let's change the text also. Let's see. Okay, now it is coming fine. So if I inspect it, you can see what I have done for this cursor. So you can see for first one, for this position absolute, I have given the, so you can see I have given the left position 1 rem. So if I remove this, you can see it is coming towards the left, but if I give left 4, it has a distance. Yeah, now we have to create this one. So let's go back. So I will go outside this div. So this div is opening here and it is closing here. So we will go outside of this div and we will create one more div. So if you notice, if I collapse this div, and let's collapse this div as well. So you can see we have this is the first one, means this one. How about this instead? This is the second one, which is this one. So same, again we will create the same div. Let's add class name, again it will be same. Let's add the text. Let's see what is the text. This looks great. Okay, this looks great. Now let's copy the class name, so you know, like this is the class name we want. So let's copy it, class name. Let's see how it is looking. Okay, it is looking good, like, but we want this on the right side, so you know what margin we will give. So we will give margin left auto. Let's see. Yeah, it is coming right side. Now we have to add this cursor. So let's go back. So I will copy this div. So let's copy it. I will go outside this div. Let's close the parent div. So we are closing this div and change the source to aqua. Let's check it out. Yeah, it is coming here. The positions are not correct, so let's fix it. So from right I will give 7, which is 28 pixel, minus 28 pixel, which is minus 1.75 rem, and from bottom I will give 1 minus, so which is minus 4 pixel. Let's see. Now it is coming good. Let's see on Vercel. We have the correct spacing as well. Also you can see in each section we have so much gap here. So if I go to Vercel.com, you can see the gap is very little here, but we have large gap here. So I will inspect it. Let's see what is the gap we have given. So we have given gap 12. So let's give gap 6. So I will go here. and let's give the gap 6, which is 24 pixel 1.5 rem. Now let's see. Yeah, now it is looking fine. It is same as Vercel.com. So we have finally created this first section, which is a feature section. Now let's create this second section, which is this observability section with chart image. So let's go back. Now let's create a component second section. So I will create a new file, second section.tsx. Let's create the arrow function, second section. Let's return one section, second section. Let's export it, default second section. Let's copy the component name. Let's go to feature section and let's call this component here. Let's see the output. So we have this second section. Let's go back. We'll go to second section. Let's close this. Let's close the folder structure as well. First, let's give the class name width 100%, which is width full. Background will be white. Okay, let's remove this. I will take one div, class name, padding will be 12. From all four sides we will give 48 pixel padding. Inside this div I will take one more div and here I will paste this SVG. You can find all these SVGs file in the description below. Now let's add class name here, flex item center gap 8 pixel. Let's see the output. We have this SVG, the background is white and we have the padding as well. So if I go to Vercel.com, you can see we have this SVG, background is white and we have the padding. Now let's add this observability text. Let's go back. After this SVG, I will take one H2 and let's paste this text. Let's add class name. Text color will be dove gray. Text size will be base, which is 1 rem. Let's see. Okay, it is looking good. Also you can see for this div I have given flex because I want this SVG and this H2, this both side by side. I want this in vertically center, that's why I have given item center, and we want some gap which is 8 pixel. So you notice we have some gap here between this icon and text. Now let's move forward. So after this div I will take one more div. So now we are creating this one, this route aware observability, monitor and analyze the performance and traffic of your projects. So first let's copy the text. So whenever I select, like it selects the image, so we have to go inside this div, then inside this div, then inside this one, then inside this one. Now we have this strong tag with the text. Let's copy it. Let's go here. I will add the strong and let's paste it. Let's add some class name. So text color will be again code gray. Font weight will be semi bold, which is 600. Let's see how it is looking now. Okay, so we have a bold text, but the font size is bigger. So let's go here. For this div, I will add the first color dove gray. So I am giving dove gray because for strong we have given the text color. I am giving dove gray for this text, and inside this div we have this strong text. So the font size will also applied to this strong tag as well. So let's go back. Text size will be 2XL, font medium, leading 8, which is line height 32 pixel, tracking which is letter spacing. So let's give 0.96 pixel in negative. So I will add negative sign here. Then text balance. Let's write the text here. I will write this in p tag. So first let's copy the text. Let's copy it. Let's paste it here. Now let's see the output. Okay, so we have the same text like Vercel.com, but it is on the next line after performance. The and is on the next line. So now you know what we will do. After performance, we will add the span tag and we will give the class name block. Let's see. Yeah, it is coming on the next line. Nice. Now let's add some gap here. So you can see we have some gap between observability and this route aware. So I will inspect this div. Let's select this div. Okay, so we have to give flex to this. So display flex direction column, and we will add gap 1 rem. So we have to add the same class using Tailwind to this div. So let's go back. I will give flex items, not item, flex column gap 4. Let's refresh the page. Yeah, now we have some gap here. Now let's add the image. So let's go outside this div. So this parent div. So I will close this one. I will take one div, take one image tag. Let's give the source. Let's copy the source. So it is in public folder. So this is the image. So let's copy it. Command C. So you can see this is the image we are adding. So let's close this. Let's add the path here. Now let's see. Oh, it is not coming. We have not added the extension. So dot avif. Let's see. Yeah, now it is coming. Let's add the width and height as well. So width 982, height 345. We will also add loading lazy. Let's add some class name, pointer events none. So pointer events none. This means user can't select this image. Let's give the width as 100%, max width. Let's give the height auto. Now let's see. Now we want this image to be positioned in the end. So what we will do, I will inspect it. Let's select this image. Let's give align self flex end. But this property is not getting applied to this image because the parent of this is this section, and this section must be a flex box so that this align self property will work. So what I will do, I will set the display flex direction column. So now you can see the align self property is getting applied to this image. So if I select this and if I uncheck this box, you can see it is moving left and right. So let's go back. Let's give the flex direction column, and let's add here as well. So self end, so which is align self flex end. Now let's see, let's refresh the page. Yeah, now it is coming in the end. Okay, so we have created this section as well. Now let's create this section. So let's go back to VS Code and let's create another section. So in feature section folder, I will create new file, third section. Let's create the arrow function, third section. Let's return one section. Let's write third section currently. Let's export it, export default third section. Now let's call this component. So I will close the second section, go to feature section. Let's import. Okay, let's see the output. Yeah, so we have this third section text here. Okay, so let's see what we have to create. So you can see first we have this icon, then this text, then we have this paragraph, and the first sentence, deploy AI in seconds, it is in bold. So it is somewhat similar to this one. This we have the icon, we have the text, this is the bold text, and then we have this paragraph. So this is same. And then we have this image, and in the next side the text is different, but all the font family, text color is same. Like we have this different icon, text is different, first paragraph line is in bold, then again we have this grayish paragraph, same like this only. And here we don't have the image. So if I inspect it, then you can see all these are div span. So this is not an image, so we have to create this card. This is a image, this is also image, but this is a card that we need to create. But if I inspect it here, so you can see it is a image. So if I delete it, then you can see it's gone. So this section is simple, but this section we have to create this both card and this arrow as well. So let's start. I will go to VS Code. Let's go to third section, close this folder structure. So here I will create one div. Let's also open the second section so we can take the code from here, so we don't have to write repeated code again and again. So I will copy this class, Let's paste it here. Let's give some classes. So flex1, border right, border color gallery. Let's go to second section. Let's copy this div as well. So it is same as I mentioned before. So let's copy it. Let's paste it here. And here I will change the href to golden gate.svg, and here also so golden gate. Change the text as well. So Vercel AI gateway. Let's see. So yeah, we have the icon Vercel AI gateway similar to this one. Now we have to create this one. So let's go to second section and let's copy this as well. So I will copy this div. After this div I will paste it here. Let's change the text. So deploy AI in seconds. Let's see. Deploy AI in seconds. Let's change this paragraph. So I will go here, inspect it. Let's copy this text, go back. Let's change the text. Now let's see. Okay, now we want this on the same line. Here we have this on different line, but here we want this paragraph in the same line. So let's go back. So I will add class name here. Display will be inline. So by default paragraph display is block element. So I will set the display as inline, and also let's give the text as balance. Now let's see. So yeah, it is on the same line. We want some space here. So after seconds I will give some space. Yeah, now it is looking fine, exactly like this one. Now let's create the image part. So after this div I will take one more div. I will take one image tag, source, and source will be, I will go to constants.ts. so source will be this one, AI gateway image URL. Again you can find this file in the description below. So I will copy this AI gateway image URL and paste it here. Let's import it. Yeah, now let's see how it is looking. Yeah, nice, it is looking nice, similar to Vercel.com. So we have created the first section. Now let's create the second one. So I will go here. So you can see for this div, if I close this, this is the parent div which contains all the content. I have given flex1. So I will take one more div here after this one. So I will copy this class name. So the reason for flex1 is because both div will take 50-50% width, and for this div we don't want border right. So if you notice here we have given the border right. If I zoom in, so it is not visible. The reason is for this section I will add the width as full, so 100%, and I will give the display flex. Now it will be visible. So you can see we have this border right. Previously this width was 100%, so border right was this one. So if I cut this, you can see the stroke is larger because border right also getting applied, and for the container the border also getting applied, so total is 2 pixel. But if I give the width as full 100% and both flex1, this one also flex1, this one also flex1, so both will take 50-50%, and this div will end here and we have the border here. Now let's go back. I will press enter. Again I will copy this div here. So let's copy the entire thing. So from here to here, let's paste it here. Let's change the href. So it will be clock rewind. Let's copy it and let's get it here also. Let's change this text as well. Instant rollbacks. Let's see. The icon is different. Instant rollbacks, similar to Vercel.com. Let's copy this text. Let's paste it here. Let's copy the paragraph as well. So I will inspect it. Let's paste it here. Let's see now. Yeah, we have the icon, text and paragraph. The styles are same. So now you know like what we are doing. Like it is similar to second section only, In section we have two divs, both are 50-50%. Then we have one div for heading and image, and then second one for paragraph. So in the first one the class is flex, so it will be flex row. We have this svg. You can find this svg in the assets folder in public. The link is in the description below. Then we have this h2, and then again we have the div, we have the strong tag, and then paragraph tag. And we are doing the same thing in the second section as well. Now we have to create this one. So this card, this arrow, and this card. So let's go back. So I will come here. Let's create one div. We'll create one more div. So this parent div will contain all the section. So let's give some class name here. So background will be white, flex, justify between, width fit, gap 6. I will give the class rollback shadow. So if I go to index.css, I will copy this class name, paste it here, border color, hex code, rounded XL, so which is 12 pixel border radius, then padding 3, which is 12 pixel from all four side. So I will press enter here, so you can see all the classes. Let's go inside this div. Here I will create one more div. So we are creating this section, this one. So you can see we have the border, we have box shadow, we have some corner radius, we have the background color white. So we are creating this section. So let's go back. I will give some class name for this div, flex column, gap 1, so which is 4 pixel. Let's take one more div. Let's add the class name, flex justify between, and here I will take one span and I will write versal site. Let's give the class name for span as well. So text color will be dove gray, text size will be text sm, which is 14 pixel, leading 5, so which is line height 1.25 rem, 20 pixel. Let's see how it is looking now. Okay, so it is coming here. So let's fix this. So I will copy this div and put inside this one. So inside this div. So this is the second section that we are creating. Now let's see. Yeah, now it is coming fine. Now let's see. So we have to write this text as well. So I will inspect it here. Let's copy it. Let's go back. After this versal site, I will take one strong tag and paste the text here. Let's give the class name. So color will be text dove gray. Now after this span, I will create one more span. I will write 1 day ago, and let's give the class name. Text color will be dove gray, text size will be sm, which is 14 pixel, and leading will be 4, which is line height 1 rem, 16 pixel. Now let's see. Okay, we have this bold text and 1 day ago, but we want some space here and it should be in middle. So let's see here also, not in middle, this should be in the right side. So let's go back. So I hope you are understanding like what we are doing here. So if I summarize this card, so if I inspect it here, so first we have this section. We have created this both section as well. So we know how these sections are working. If I open this div, then we have one div here. This div will contain all the content. So that means all this one as well, this one as well, this one as well. So this is the parent div which will contain all the card and images. Then we have created this div here. This is the card. We have given background white, box shadow, border color, flex, etc. Then we have created this div, and inside this div we have one more div. The reason we have wrapped this inside div, because in this card we have to create this 1 day ago as well and this ring icon as well. Below this we have this icon, this text, and this text as well. So that's why I have wrapped this inside a div, so I can create multiple divs inside this parent div. Then we have created this section which has this span and this span. So if I close this div, so after this div I will create one more section for this one. So let's go back. So after this div I will create one more div. So if I write some random thing here and let's see. So you notice in this div I am creating one more section. This is the above one and this is the below one. So let's go back. Let's give some class name first. Display will be flex, items center, gap will be 2. So again, this is the display flex. So if I inspect this, so this is the div we are creating, and you can see the gap is 8 pixel. So that's why I've given gap 2, which is 8 pixel, and the display is flex as well. So let's go back. So first I will take the image. Source will be view.svg. After this image I will take one span tag, and let's copy the text. So I will open this. Let's copy this text. Let's paste it here. Let's give the class name. So text color will be code gray. Size will be SM, which is 14 pixel font size. Leading will be 5, which is line height 1.25 rem 40 pixel. Let's take one more span. Let's copy the text for that span as well. Update bento. So I will copy this. Not update bento. Update bento box design. So I will copy this one. Paste it here. Let's copy this class name. Let's paste it here. And for this one, font size will be 13 pixel, not 14 pixel, and line height will be 3.5. So which is 14 pixel. Okay, now let's see how it is looking now. Okay, so this is looking exactly like Versal.com. Yes, now we have to create that ring. So let's go back. So after this span, then this div, then this div, I will take one more div here. So I am creating div outside this one. So let's give the class name flex items center and position relative. I will tell you the reason later why I am giving the position as relative. First let's create it. Let's take the image. Source will be ring blue.svg. Let's take the p tag with the text 90, and let's give the class name. So position will be absolute. So now you know the reason. So this p tag will be absolute. The position is absolute, and this p tag should take the top, left, right, bottom from the parent. So this will take the position from the immediate parent, which is relative. If we don't give relative to this div, then whatever the parent which has position relative, it will take from that div. But we want this p tag to take position from this div only, not from any other divs. So let's give the class name. Top will be 1/2, which is from top 50%, from left 50%, transform, translate, x 1/2, and same translate y. So I will replace this with y. Now let's see. So yeah, we have the ring, and then we have this text in the middle. So I think we have also given this class in different component as well. So if I search it, yeah, we have used this class in first section as well. And that time I have also shown you the traditional CSS that we have to write instead of this position absolute, top 1/2, left 1/2, translate x, translate y, etc. So let's go back. Now we have to create the second card. So this one. Not second card, first we have to create these images. So let's go back. So I will go after this div. I will create one more div. Let's give the class name relative, position relative, display flex, justify center, padding top will be 2, which is 8 pixel. Not padding top, margin top. Let's create the image. Let's give the source. So source will be curve line.svg. curve dash. So let's see how it is looking. So yeah, we have this curve line. Let's go back. So after this image I will take one more div, and here I will take one image. Let's give the source, which is history icon.svg. Let's see how it is looking. So we have this history icon, but we want this to be in center. So if I go to Versal.com, you can see it is in center, but it is also wrapped in this div, which has a background color, box shadow, all the CSS properties that we also need to add. So let's go back. and I will treat this div as a wrapper and give all the classes. So background color will be white, width will be 30 pixel. So for the wrapper the width will be 30 pixel, height will be also 30 pixel, rounded will be full, which is 50%, shadow will be line shadow. So I am getting this class from index.css. So if I go here and search for line shadow, so I am giving this class. Let's go back. Position will be absolute. From top it will be 1/2, which is 50%. Left will be 1/2, again 50%. Center, background position, which is center. Flex, justify center, item center. So both horizontally and vertically we want this wrapper to be in center. So let's save it. Let's also add enter here so you can see the class name. Now let's see the output. Yeah, we have this in middle with all the CSS applied. Now we have to create this card. So let's go back. So after this div I will take one more div. Let's give the all class name here. So I will copy the class name from here. So let's copy it. Let's go below. Let's paste it here. Okay, let's remove this class name. Let's paste it. Okay, you can see the styles, color, shadow all are same, just the content is different. So let's go back. So I will copy this entire div. So I will copy it because it is the same. Let's go back here. So what I will do, first let's take some space here and I will copy this entire div. So from here I will copy this entire div and let's replace it with this one. Let's see how it is looking. So yeah, it is looking as same, just we have to change the content. So let's inspect the content, let's copy it, let's go back. Let's reopen this, let's go below. Yeah, so here I will change the content. Then we have 10 minutes ago, so let's write it down. So 10 M. Then let's copy this as well. Let's replace it here. Then let's copy this one. Fix ESLint error on query. Let's replace it here. Now 55. So let's go here. Let's write it 55. And now the ring is red. So let's go here, ring red.svg. Let's see how it is looking. It is looking similar to Vercel. The content is different. Yeah, but we want this on the right side. So let's go back and I will. So let's inspect it. So I will inspect it here. Let's select this one. Okay, so we want this to be on right side. So I will give align cell flex end, but before that we want to make sure the parent div is flex. So I will give the display as flex, flex direction column, and then I will select this div. Let's give the align cell flex end. So now it is coming in the end. So before applying align self, make sure the parent display property is flex. So let's go back here. First let's apply the self end, so which is align self flex end, and let's assign the classes to the parent div. So where is the div? So this one. So flex column. Let's save it and let's see. So I will refresh the page. Yeah, it is coming in the end. Okay, let's close this as well. Again the borders are dotted. So what I will do, our borders are not dotted. So let's go back and here we will just do border dash dotted. Yeah, let's see. So it is not coming. Okay, let's inspect it. Let's select this tag. Okay, so we have given border style dotted. Okay, the border width is missing. So border width, if I try 1 pixel, now you can see the dotted border. So let's go back and let's keep the border property as well, because this border applies this class also apply border width 1 pixel, but for this border dotted we don't have the border width here, so let's keep this class as well. Let's refresh it. Yeah, we have the dotted border. Now we have also created this section as well. Now let's create this section, scale your enterprise without compromising. So let's go back. I will create new file, fourth section.tsx. Let's copy this name. Let's create the component. Let's return one section, fourth section, export default fourth section. Let's import this component. So I will close all the others file. Go to feature, fourth section. Let's close this as well and let's see how it is looking. Okay, we have this fourth section component. Now this component is simple, like we just want this text, this is the button, then this text, and then same button with different title. So let's go back. So let's close this folder structure. Let's give class name. So border top and border color gallery. Let's create one div here. Let's give the class name flex, justify center, item center, padding 12, which is 48 pixel from 4 side, and gap 3, which is 0.75 rem, 12 pixel. Let's create the h2. Let's write the text scale your, then let's take one span. Let's first save it and let's see how it is looking. So yeah, we have this text. So we have created one section, we have one div which will contain the entire content, and if you notice it has some padding as well. So that's why we have given the 48 pixel padding, and now we have to create this span. So this contains image, text both. So I will take one image here. Let's give the source enterprise icon.svg. Let's take the text enterprise. Let's save it. Yeah, now let's add some class name to this span, so it will be side by side, and some padding and gap. First let's write the shadow. So line shadow, again this class name is coming from index.css, so this one. Let's go back. Text will be sm, which is 14 pixel. From padding left it will be 3, which is 12 pixel, 0.75 rem. Padding right same. Background color will be white. Cursor will be pointer. Flex item center, we want this to be vertically center both image and tag span. Font will be normal, so which is 400. Font weight, height will be 10. Let's give the border radius, which is 100 pixel. Gap will be 2, which is 8 pixel, and if user hovers on this span, then we will change the background color to F2 hex code. So we have given lot of CSS, so let's see first. So yeah, we have this span with the icon and text, and if I hover it, then we are changing the background color. So if I explain these classes, this is box shadow, this is font size. For this enterprise, we have some padding left and right, so you can see we have some padding here and some padding here. Then the background color is white, cursor is pointer. This span is a flex box because we want both these to be vertically center, so that's why I have given display flex item center. The font weight is 400, so we can also remove this because by default font weights are 400. So if I go back, like it is same. Height is 10. We have given some border radius 100 pixel. So for 100 pixel, I don't think we have the Tailwind class. So there is no class for 100 pixel. That's why we have given the dynamic class using this square bracket syntax. Then we have some gap, so which is 8 pixel. So you can see there is some gap between this text and icon. And this is the pseudo class that we are giving using Tailwind. So if user hovers on it, so we can write like this: if hovers, then colon, and we are changing the background color. So let's say if user hovers on it, then we have to also change the text color. So we can do the same using the same syntax: hover, text, let's say red. Let's see If I hover on it, you can see the text color is red. So every time you want to add some property on hover, you can write like this. So let's remove this. Let's give the class name for scale your text as well. So text color will be code gray, font semi bold, text size will be 2XL, which is 24 pixel 1.5 rem. Let's see. Okay, now we have a bolder text and bigger font size. Now let's create the same thing for this one as well. So let's copy this. Let's go back. After this span, I will take h2, paste this text, and class name will be same. So I will copy this. Let's paste it here. Let's copy this span as well because it is the same, only the content is different. So let's content is security. So I will write security here. Let's change the logo, which will be security icon. Now let's see. This is same like Vercel without compromising and security. So you can see same. We have this security icon as well. So we have also created the scale your section as well. Now let's create the last feature section, and after that we will create the footer section. So let's go back. Let's create new file in feature section. So fifth section .tsx. Let's write the component. Let's return one section. Let's export it. Now let's import this. So fifth section. Okay, write fifth section as well here. Let's see how it is looking. Okay, we have this fifth section component. Now in this section we have two divs with some text and two buttons. Here also with some text, one button, and we have this border right. So let's go back. Let's remove this. Let's close the folder structure. Let's cut this file as well, index.css as well. So let's give the class name. So display will be flex, border will be top. So border top width 1 pixel, border color will be gallery, border gallery, text will be balance. Let's create one more div here. Let's give the class name. From all side padding will be 12, flex, gap will be 6. This is same style that we apply for all the divs in the previous sections. Flex direction will be column, flex 2. So the reason I am giving flex 2 is because if you see, the width of this first container is double than this container. So that's why we are giving flex 2 and this will be flex 1. Let's go back. Border right. So you can see we have this border right. Border color will be same, border gallery. Border style will be dotted. Let's go inside this div. Let's take one p tag and we will write ready to deploy. So this is bold. So we will take one strong tag, paste it. Then I will copy this text, paste it here. Let's give the class name for p tag. First we will give tracking, which is letter spacing, which will be -96 pixel. Text size will be 2XL, which is font size 1.5 rem, 24 pixel. Again text balance. Text color will be text dove gray. Font weight will be medium, which is 500. Leading will be normal, which is line height. So leading normal. Let's see how it is looking now. So this is not black. So let's go back. Let's give the class name here. Text code gray. Font weight will be semi bold. And let's also change this to B tag. So bold. Let's go back. Yeah, now it is looking like Vercel. So you can see ready to deploy. Now after question mark, let's also add some space here. Let's see. Yeah, we have now space here. Then if you see, Pro and Enterprise has a different style. So let's go back, and what I will do, I will take one italic and I will wrap this Pro in italic tag. Let's give some class name. Text color will be this hex code. Font semi bold, then not italic. So we will keep the font style normal. Let's see. Yeah, it is looking exactly like this. Pro. Okay, now let's modify the enterprise as well. So I will take one U tag, wrap this enterprise in this tag. Let's give class name. Text color will be this hex code. Again font weight will be semi bold, no underline. So we will remove the text decoration which was underlined, which is by default for U tag. Now let's see. Yeah, it is looking nice. Now let's give some space. So I will go here and add some space. Okay, we have some space here. So it is looking exactly like this one. Now let's create the buttons. So after this P, I will create one more div. Let's take two button. Let's give the class name. So it will be simple display flex and gap 4, which is 1 rem. Let's give the button title, start deploying, then talk to an expert. Let's see how it is looking. Yeah, we have these two button. Now let's give some style. So class name. So first text size will be small, which is 14 pixel. Cursor will be pointer. Line shadow. So I am giving this class from index.css. So if you see, we have this class defined. We are using this in multiple places for giving box shadow. Let's go back. Font weight will be medium. Background color will be BG code gray. Text color will be white. Rounded will be 100 pixel. So we will be using this square bracket to dynamically give 100 pixel border radius. Padding top 2.5, which is 10 pixel. Padding bottom same 2.5. Padding left 3.5. Padding right same 3.5. Okay, let's hit enter here. So you can see all the class name that we are giving. Let's see how it is looking now. Okay, it is looking exactly like this. Vercel start deploying. Now let's give the class name for talk to an expert button. So I will copy this. Let's give the class name. Because the styles are same, only the background color will be white, and let's remove the text white. Let's see, talk to an expert, talk to an expert. So it is looking exactly like this. Okay, now let's create this section, second section. So I will go back. So after this div, I will take one more div, class name. So here first we will give flex 1. As we discussed previously, this will be the double size and this will be single size. Again padding will be 12, display flex, gap 6, flex column, vertically center, which is item center. Let's take one p tag. So we are creating this section. So we are creating this text currently. Let's give the class name. Text color will be dove gray. Tracking, so which will be custom minus 0.32 pixel. Font size will be text base, which is 16 pixel. Font weight will be medium. Leading normal. Now let's write the text here. So explore Vercel enterprise. Let's see how it is looking now. Yeah, explore Vercel enterprise. So it is in bold. So let's go back and I will wrap this in a b tag. Let's give the class name. Text color will be code gray, not dove gray, code gray. Font weight will be semi bold. Let's see. Yeah, now it is in bold. Let's go back. Now let's copy this text from here only. This p tag, let's copy this text, paste it after b tag. Let's see how it is looking now. Okay, we want some space here, so let's add some space here. Yeah, now we have created this text. Now let's create this button. I will copy this button from here because it is the same. Let's paste it after this p tag. Let's change the text. Explore enterprise. Let's see how it is looking. Yeah, it is looking similar to this button, Explore Enterprise. Now we want this button to be in start. So let's go back. So I will add one class name which is self start, which is align self flex start. Let's see. Yeah, now it is in start. Okay. Now we have finally created this section. Now let's create the last section, which is this footer. So let's go back. Let's open the folder structure. In components, I will create new file footer.tsx. Let's close this. Let's close this. Let's create the component. So footer. Let's return one footer tag. Let's write footer. Let's export it. Export default footer. Now we have to import this component in app.tsx. So after feature section, I will import it. Let's go back to footer. Let's close this folder structure. First, let's give the class name. So again, max width will be 1080 pixel, not 9080 pixel. Width 100%. So we are giving width 100% and max width 1080 pixel. The difference is like this footer can't exceed this size 1080 pixel. Like this is the max width this footer can have, and this width 100% is like it will take the parent container width. So if parent container width is let's say 900 pixel, this will take 900 pixel, but this can't exceed this 1080 pixel. Now let's continue. I will give the display as grid. So the reason I am giving display grid is because if I go back to Vercel.com, you can see we have total 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 columns. We have total 5 columns. So that's why I will create a grid container and we can have 5 columns, and in each column we can have this product, resources, company, social, and we can treat this icon as a separate one column which will contain the Vercel icon. So that's why we are using grid here. So now we have to create 5 columns. So what I will do, I will write grid columns dash, we will take square bracket, repeat. So we will repeat 4 column first, 1 fr. After writing this, I will explain you the syntax. First let's write it and then 80 pixel. Let's give other class name as well. So padding right will be 8, padding left will be 8, which is 32 pixel 2 rem, padding bottom will be 90 pixel. Let's save it and let's go back here. So I will go here, I will inspect this footer. So you can see we have total 5 columns. So if I activate this grid, you can see 1 column, 2 column, 3 column, 4 column and 5 column. And if I go here, so you can see we have repeat with 4 column and we have create one more column with a width 80 pixel. So this syntax create total 5 columns. 4 columns will have width of 1 fraction and the 5th column will have the width of 80 pixel. So this is the syntax that creates 4 columns and 1 column with a fixed width 80 pixel. If I highlight this, you can see what it does. Okay, now let's cut this footer. Let's take one div. First let's take one h2. Text will be products. Let's give the style. Text size will be SM, which is 14 pixel font size. Font weight will be medium, which is 500. Text color will be code gray. Margin top will be 3, margin bottom will be 3. Let's see how it is looking. Let's deactivate this, let's close this. Okay, so we have these products. Now we have to create this list. So let's go back. I will take one unordered list. Then I will loop through products. So I will import these products. So we are getting this product from the constants file. So these all are the products that we will loop through. And if you see, we have this AI, enterprise, fluid compute, Next.js, previews, rendering, turbo, etc. So this contains all the constants. You can find the link in the description below to all these files, icons, styles, etc. Let's go back. I will write map. In each iteration we will get the product and then we will return one li and the text will be product. Let's see how it is looking now. Okay, so we have all this li. Now let's give some style here. So class name, text color will be dove gray, leading will be 5, which is line height 1.25 rem, which is 20 pixel. Then padding top will be 1.5 6 pixel, padding bottom will be same 1.5 6 pixel. And let's also give the key here. So I will give the key product, because each products are unique, so we can give key as a product. Let's see how it is looking. Yeah, it is looking exactly like Vercel. Yeah, now let's do the same for resources, company and social. So let's go back. So I will copy this div, let's paste it. Let's do for resources. So resources, let's do resources, resource, key resource, this is also resource. Okay, let's see. Okay, we have this resources. If I go to resources, we have this constant. Let's close this. Let's do the same for others as well. So I will copy it. Let's do company, companies, let's copy this, company, let's paste it here, key company, company. Let's see. Okay, we have now company. Now let's see what is next. Social, but social have icons as well, so this will be little different. So let's go back. First I will copy this div. Let's write socials. Yeah, socials, social, we will loop through socials. Let's copy this, let's remove the s, key social, text social. Okay, what error we are getting? Okay, yeah, so for socials we have array of objects. Each objects contains a label property and a icon property, and this icon, if I copy this path, this is from public folder. So this is the icon. So what I will do here, I will do social dot label, social dot label. So now it will not throw error. Let's see how it is looking now. Yeah, we have this text. Now let's add the icon. So after this I will take one image, and in the source we will just give social dot icon. Let's see how it is looking now. Let's give some styles also, because we want this label and this image side by side. So let's give here flex, gap will be 2, which is 8 pixel, and we want to be in center. So item center, which is vertically center. Let's see. Okay, we have some gap and this is vertically center, exactly like this one. So we have created the social also, and let me explain this one more time. So this is a array of object. We are looping through array of object. In each iteration we get one object. We access the label property and icon property. So if I go to icon, each object has label and icon, and this icon is coming from the public folder. So the reason I am looping through social, because for each item I don't want to write duplicate code, because the designs are same, only the content is different. So we can create an array of object and do the same thing. Let's go back. Now let's create this Vercel icon. So I will go back here. After this div, I will take one more div. Here I will take one image. Let's give the source, which is vercel.svg. Let's remove this root. Let's give the class name, justify self end. So I will explain you why we are giving justify self end, not self end. Let's give the another cursor pointer. Let's see how it is looking. Okay, we have this Vercel icon, but if I inspect it, so you can see we are giving justify self flex end. So if I remove this, you can see it is not coming in the end, but we want this to be end. So we use justify self on grid. This property does not work on flexbox, it only works on grid. We use this property to align the items inside the grid. For example, flex end, flex start, etc. So we will give flex end. Now we have to create this one, all systems are normal text. So let's see. So after this div, I will take one more div. Let's give the class name flex, gap will be 1.5, item center, text size will be small, margin top will be 8. Let's write the text, all systems normal. Let's see how it is looking. Okay, now we also want this blue circle as well, and the text color is blue. Okay, let's go back. Let's wrap this inside a span, and let's give the class name, text color will be this Xcode. Now let's see, now it is blue. Now let's create that circle. So here I will take one span, and let's give the class name. Let's copy this Xcode, background color will be this only, rounded will be full, width will be 8 pixel which is 2, height will be 8 pixel which is h-2, display will be inline block. Now let's convert this span into a p tag. Now let's see. Okay, now we have this blue circle and this all systems normal. So this whole thing are wrapped in a div. So if you see, we have given flex and we have given some gap also. So that's why here we have some gap, and this is in center in the container. So that's why we have given item center. Now let's see if we are getting any errors in the console. So we are not getting any errors, everything is fine. Okay, so yeah, we have finally created this Vercel landing page. Let's see from top to bottom. So we have this nice little nav bar, we have this login button, contact button, sign up button, we have this hero section with this gradient, this triangle, this start deploying and get a demo button. Then we have this develop section, and from here the feature section starts with these images, cursor, this graph, again this AI feature section. Then we have this section, scale your enterprise without compromising. Then we created this last feature section with some enterprise text, explore enterprise button, etc. And finally we created this footer using display grid, and then we have this all systems normal text. Now let's deploy this Vercel landing page. So first we have to push this project on GitHub. So I am on github.com/new. First we will create repository, and after that we will deploy this landing page on Vercel. So I will give the repository name fl-vercel-landing page. It will be public, create repository. Now let's copy this command, go to VS Code, open the terminal. First let's initialize git in our landing page. So go to source control and initialize repository. Okay, now let's add these changes in staging area. So I will do git add dot. Okay, now let's paste that command that we copy from GitHub. So this command from git commit to git push. Let's go back, let's hit enter. So now the project is pushed on GitHub. So let's go refresh the page. Okay, so this is pushed on GitHub. Now let's deploy this project. Now I am on vercel.com. You can also sign in on your account and click create project. Then I will import this repository Vercel landing page. So I will click import. So framework Vite is already selected, which is correct. Root directory is /, which is also correct. Build command is npm run build, which is also correct. This command will be used for creating a production build. So to verify this, I will go to VS Code, open package.json. You can see this build command. So I will run this command, open terminal, npm run build. So this is the same command which we are running, npm run build. And Vercel will also run this command to create production build. So let's see. So you can see building for production. So production build is created, and let's see the build. So you can see this is the dist folder which contains the production build. Now let's go back. So output directory is dist. This is the folder which contains the production build. Now let's go back. Install command is npm install. Yes, correct. Environmental variables, we don't have any environment variables to add. So I will directly click deploy. So it will take some time to deploy this landing page. Let's wait for it. You can also see all the logs here. So currently it is installing the dependencies. Now it is creating the production build, which is successfully created. Yeah, congratulations, you just deployed a new project, and this is the preview of our project. So let's click this. Yeah, finally the project is deployed, and using this URL we can access the project. So let's see the site. Yeah, it is looking awesome with all the feature section, chart section, this AI feature section, scale your enterprise section, footer, all systems are normal. So this is looking great. Finally we have deployed this project. Let's go back, continue to dashboard. So using this URL we can access the project. Also, if you want to create more projects like this, you can go to frontendlab.io, go to view challenges, and you can see we have bunch of projects you can create. Full stack chat app, simple modal, notes app, we have front-end project, JavaScript project, full stack project, React project, etc. So you can go to start your journey, and you can see bunch of developers are already creating projects, and sign in on the website for free and start creating your first project. You can also join our Discord. So you can see here we have a Discord. You can join the community, and while creating the project you can discuss this project with other developers and get help from the community if you are stuck. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe to this channel, and I will meet you in the next video.